The following is a presentation of The Day.
Wake up, it's game day. Here at Waterford High School, George Hathaway, Mike DeMiro here on the call, and game day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized dental care that you deserve. Contact us today. Visit us at waterforddentalhealth.com for more information. So here we are for the ECC semifinals between number 2 Wheeler Lions and number 3 Killingly High School. A lot of maroon here, Mike.
And I would say, George, a lot of Wheeler fans too.
Yes.
As we look across the court. You know, we were saying off air, this may be the biggest game in school history for them, or certainly one of them.
Wheeler coming to the matchup 15-5. Same with Killingly, 15-5, and Killingly beat Wheeler in their second game this season. So certainly a true test to see how both teams have grown as they play here in the ECC semifinals. So Yanni Barabo and DeAndre Bransford going to meet at center court, tip things off. And it's going to be controlled by Wheeler and Kessler. Brewer now with the ball on the near wing. Going to take that with the right hand, and Wheeler, they're on board first. So quick basket for the Lions here, and Killingly going to try to respond.
Both teams man-to-man.
Now over to Kazantis. Kazantis going to dump that ball off over, and that is going to be Logan Gangan with the basket. So we're tied up here at 2. Zardes in and out. Rebound down low. That's going to be muscled by Thomas Drabos. Kazantis deep 3, back iron, no good. And that's going to go off Wheeler, and it's going to stay on this side of the court. So it's going to be Mills on the inbounds here. And that's going to be Drabos with the turnaround, Jay.
Talking to both coaches before the game, George, that's where they figured Killingly would have the advantage inside.
Zardes going to drive, pull up baseline jump shot, and that's good for him. Zardes, a 5'5" junior guard for Wheeler. We're tied up again. Kazantis on the far wing. Drabos corner 3, no good. And that is going to be a foul on the rebound. And that's going to be on Yanni Barabo,
who has yet to take a shot, George. By far their leading scorer and probably one of the top 5 players in this league.
Tim Viveris and Anthony Malhoit, the officials for this contest.
That's 2.
And that's 2 quick fouls on Yanni. And I mean, we were talking to head coach James Crabtree for Killingly, and he was saying that Yanni cannot get in foul trouble in this
and
game.
He just did.
And 2 fouls with 6:03. And that's going to be a block by Kazantis on the inbound, and it's going to be fight for it down low. And Barabo, drive, and be foul on the floor.
So now, George, how does he stay with Barabo, and how aggressive can he be?
And that's going to be a great question, Mike, because you cannot have him get into foul trouble. You can't get him to have 3 here in the first. It's just going to be hard for Killingly to try to play passive because they like to go through Yanni. A turnover here for Killingly as Kessler going to come up with it. And Wheeler, they're going to turn the ball over, and here comes Kazantzis, coast to coast with the bucket, and it's going to be a blocking foul, so he's going to go to the line shooting 2.
It's a great, if Killingly does win, and we do have Jim over here after, that's a great question for him. I mean, this is a gamble because this game could not have started any better for Wheeler.
That foul is going to be on Jason Krusowitz as Kazantzis knocks down the first free throw.
Don't think I've ever heard the X this quiet.
I know. This place is always loud, but I mean, it's early in the morning. So I'm sure as the day progresses, it's going to get louder and louder. Kessler going to be bringing the ball up for Wheeler. To Brewer. Brewer for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound going to be controlled by Dreybolds. And they're going to turn it over again. Killingly with some sloppy basketball early on, but that's going to be Bransford, baseline J. And we're tied up again.
No fear here.
None at all. And this is a place for big moments here in the ECC semifinals. Players going to step up. As that's could be Kazantzis, his 3 no good, and now here comes Wheeler in transition. Zardes up over to Brewer, no good. Offensive rebound control from Wheeler, and second chance points, no good. They're gonna have to slow it down a little bit, Killingly, as here comes Kazantzis, and he's gonna fall, and that's gonna be a foul on the floor. That's gonna go on Kessler. That's his second foul.
Fouls on number 1, Kyle Kessler, his second, team's 3rd.
Kazantzis top of the key. Dump it up over to Mills. Yanni drives, left hand, scoop and score.
There's no answer for that.
None at all.
Not in this game.
Wheeler now trying to respond, dump pass down low. And that's going to be Krusowitz. Nice bucket from him. I mean, we're back and forth, Mike.
Steve Bailey coached under Jeff Bernardi at East Lyme.
And turnover here. And with the right hand, that's Keith Zardes. Coach Crabtree not happy with what he's seeing. He calls a timeout. 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay here.
So to finish that thought, George, you know, he coached under Jeff at East Lyme, and his team looks exactly that way.
And we know a little bit about that East Lyme team. And that was a very tough team. And being able to kind of get, mentor and learn from them and then bring it to your own team, that's huge. Because you're just kind of passing that knowledge on to everybody else. And it's going to be a whole domino effect. And we talked to Stephen Bailey, and he was just saying a lot of emphasis on team basketball. That's what their identity is. And it's not, I'm going to take this shot, it's we are going to take this shot. And that's what you like to see. And he really emphasized defense. We're going to play team defense, team offense. And we're seeing that a lot of great passing.
And that was the East Lyme staple.
It was.
Team defense.
Baribeau bringing the ball up for Killingly High School. They're trying to look for him. That's Kazantzis with the turnover. And coming in the other way, that's Kessler, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds.
But Killingly really does have a size advantage here.
Moving the ball around is Wheeler. With the right hand, that was Zardes, no good. Just short. Yanni Baribeau controlling the ball now. Kazantzis. Dreybolts. And a good basket there from Logan Gagnon.
Little high-low,
Yeah.
big guy to a guard.
Zardy's out on the wing. Looking down low to Bransford. Bransford going to muscle his way through for the layup. And Wheeler up ahead once again.
Wheeler is getting whatever it wants around the rim right now. I would not have expected that.
Kazantzis on the wing. Down low over to Drabos. And we're tied up once again. It's like this is a very fast-paced back-and-forth ball game that we're seeing here, and that's what you want in the ECC semifinals. Brewer kicks it up over to Kessler. Kessler, nice jab step for three. Bang! Kyle Kessler for three. Kazantzis drives. And that shot is blocked by Brewer. Killingly going to control the ball now. All 5 of Wheeler's starters have scored here in the ball game. And that's the team basketball right there, Mike.
You know, George, sometimes coaches say that stuff as a cliche. He meant it.
Bransford muscles his way through. Once again.
He's my favorite player already.
Yeah.
Bransford knows how to play at 5'9".
Turnover here for Killingly. And Yanni with the quick hands there. Oh, nice move by Yanni, but he's going to get fouled. Going to be a blocking foul down low. That's going to go on Zane Brewer.
That is his second shot attempt of the game, and we've played just about 7 minutes.
Well, they're going to call it on the floor. And Mills.
Okay.
Colby Mills, freshman guard. Barabo now in the corner. Kazantzis drives, kicks out to Mills. Back and forth between Mills and Kazantzis. Now Barabo going to control the rock. Deep three. Yanni Yasu.
3, Yanni Barabo.
It's all Greek to me, George. Sorry.
Mike, I am Greek. Fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you
now
are
you
Greek.
do. Yes. My yaya makes some good baklava. If you ever want some.
Hathaway doesn't sound.
On my
Greek,
mom's
but-
side,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's
my dad's.
Okay. I got you.
But a lot of people might say my dad is more Greek than my mom sometimes.
I got you.
'Cause he likes to speak Greek, or at least tries to. Kazantzis up over to Mills. Kazantzis hits three, and he's fouled on the three-point shot. And that's going to go on Zane Brewer, his second.
Fouls number 34, Zane Brewer, his second, team's 5th.
So 3 shots coming up for Johnny
Johnny
Kazantzis.
Kazantzis at the line for Killingly, shooting 3.
We were screened a little bit there. Didn't get a great look, but Bailey's not happy.
He must have saw something that we could not see, but that's what you can't foul in the three-point shots like that, especially with somebody, like Johnny Kazantzis who can knock them down. You just don't want to, but you're going to make him earn it, and he misses that one. So,
George, I saw a number of games this year whose final scores were 34 to 32, 36, 33, and we're almost 20s from both teams.
So Johnny Kazantzis goes 2 for 3 at the line, and you're right. I mean, we're set to see a high-scoring game possibly here. I mean, the last time these two teams played, which was way early on in the season, Killingly beat Wheeler 54-36. So 4 seconds on the clock. Zardy's going to get that one knocked away with 0.6 seconds. It's going to stay on this side of the court for Wheeler. You don't want to get anything underneath the basket if you're Killingly. A little tap in.
Oh.
And they got it off, but unable to knock it down. So at the end of the first, we have ourselves a very good game, Mike.
Wheeler, 17.
And we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back for the second quarter action.
The Holy Club, the premier indoor golf facility and lounge in southeastern Connecticut. Featuring Foresight Sports Simulator technology, you can test your game on the greatest courses in the world. Want to improve your swing? Schedule a lesson with their on-site PGA Pro. Want to host an event? The lounge offers the perfect setting to watch all the big games. Gift cards are available and make the perfect stocking stuffer for this holiday season. Don't wait. Stop by the Holy Club, 161 Water Street in downtown Norwich. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more.
Here we are back at the X here at Waterford High School ECC semifinals matchup. George Hathaway, Mike DeMiro here on the call. Killingly, they're up by 2, 19-17 over Wheeler. Kazantzis has 6 points. Yanni Barabo, he has 5. And then for Wheeler, Bransford has 6, Zardes has 4. So we're seeing a lot of scoring, and then all 5 of Wheeler's starters have scored in this ball game, and Wheeler keeping it close.
My guess is neither coach is very happy at the ease with which the other team is scoring.
Kazantzis kicks it out over to Mills. Yanni Barabo gets it poked away, but finds the ball right back. Nice crossover. Yanni muscles his way in for a good basket to start off the second quarter. And now Killingly up 4.
You just get the feeling whenever they need one, that's where it's going.
And a turnover here for Wheeler.
And I'm not sure there's much Wheeler can do about it.
Yanni, 3-ball, boom!
Yanni Barabo.
He's awake.
But he's still got those two fouls. Remember.
Zardes up over to Brewer. Lead pass down low to Bransford, but he is unable to hold on to the ball. So another back-to-back turnovers for Wheeler to start off the second quarter. A little bit of pressure here from Wheeler, but they're going to ease off. Yanni over to Drabos. Left-hand layup, good for him.
Thomas Drabos.
That's 7 straight.
Timeout.
And
30-second
Stephen
timeout.
Bailey not liking what he sees out there, so he's calling a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here for it, but a quick, explosive run for Killingly High School. And it started off with Yanni 3, and then he got a nice little basket, and then Dre Bowles as well. So 7-0 run for Killingly High School, and they've been in all control here.
George, it would seem to me right now, for Wheeler to win this game, they're going to have to outscore Killingly, because I don't think they're going to stop them here.
No.
I know how that sounds. I should say, their offense is going to win the game for them, because I don't really see Killingly having difficulty scoring unless the big guy gets his third.
Coming out the timeout here. Nice pass down low to Brewer right away. And that's how you want to come out of a timeout. Quick basket. Put yourself back into this ball game. Killingly still up 26-19. Yanni drives left. Can't stop it.
Yanni Barabo.
George, he just set a high screen, and when I tell you he didn't move, he didn't move.
Zardes drives right hand. Right up over the hand of Yanni. Kazantzis Oh, nice crossover, pull-up jumper from the free throw line and knocks that jumper down.
All right. So I get, Wheeler likes to play tough man-to-man. That's not going to work.
It definitely won't work, especially when you have
Not today.
Kansas and Barra both scoring like they are. And Brewer, his left-hand layup, just no good. Rims right in and out, but it's going to be a foul down low. And that's going to be on Brewer. That's his third.
I was going to say, George, pretty good-looking sophomore.
Yeah.
This is a sophomore junior team that is all back next year, and they may make their way onto game day next year.
Kazantzis, nope, to Mills. Barabo drives, kicks out. Looks like he's trying to pass it over to Dre Bowles. And that's going to be Mills' three, no good, back iron. Crabtree looking for a foul call, but moving it up quickly. And oh, Yanni comes flying through.
Great play. Got to be careful.
Yes.
The risk reward there, not sure.
Yeah, because that could have been Yanni's third if they did call, but it looked clean. That was a clean block. Kessler, corner three, bound.
That is an excellent out-of-bounds play. Little stagger to get to the corner.
Yanni, crossover, dump pass to Dre Bowles. Nice little right hook, but could not get it. Transition defense, very good for Killingly, able to stop him there. We're now seeing the pressure a little bit here from Wheeler. Dre Bowles in the corner. Finds Kazantzis. Kazantzis gonna drive with the right hand. No good. Offensive rebound here for Killingly. Dre Bowles, nice basket there down low for him.
As entertaining of a half as we've seen all year.
Back and forth ball game, but now Killingly here in the second quarter been explosive. Kessler, drive. Kicks out Montague, gets it off the back iron. Barabo, a little bit of defense, step back, no good. Montigny with the rebound there for Wheeler. They're trying to set up some offense, but good hands from Colby Mills. And for a freshman to be playing in an ECC semifinals game, he's been playing a lot.
That just, it just speaks to
Re-entering for Killingly, number 23, Demetrius Thornton.
That these programs are going to be good for a while.
Off the inbounds for Wheeler, a little messy there for him. Zardes kicks out, nice tip pass. That's Kessler up and under, scoop and score. Kazantzis top of the key, little trouble, kicks out. Mills drives. Good basket there from the freshman.
Colby's dad, Jim, a defensive end at Griswold the year they beat Ansonia in the playoffs.
Bransford drives with the right hand. Good back down there for Bransford.
The other three games here today got a lot to live up to.
Oh, yeah. The expectation is high here at Waterford High School in the X. I mean, isn't it always, though?
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
I hope they all play as well as this.
Kazantzis drive, right hand. Nice floater there from him, but good defense from Wheeler. It's just, you can't stop Johnny Kazantzis at 6'2". 10 points for him. Zardes drives, kicks out. Bransford. Oh, that's bully basketball right there. Nice move. Self-composure, 10 points for Bransford as well. High-scoring basketball game, but elite level basketball here at the ECC semifinals. And a turnover here for Killingly, and Wheeler's loving it. Look at the fans.
You know, before the game, George, we're talking, and Coach Bailey said they're probably going to put Waterford on the schedule next year. I won't miss that one.
That should be a fun game to watch.
Entry for Wheeler, number 24, Wyatt Elliott.
And for Wheeler, they beat number 7 Montville 63-53 to get here to the ECC semifinals. Zardes, corner 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Battle for it down low, but it's going to come up. Killingly basketball.
Every Wheeler shot is open.
Kazantzis. It's a nice screen from Jay Bowles there. Going to drive, kiss it off the glass. Banks open on a Saturday here at the X.
Think they'll hold for one?
They should, but I don't think it looks like they're going to do it that way.
You know, moot point next year with the shot clock coming in.
It's going to be interesting to see how everybody's going to adjust to a shot clock. It's going to be quicker basketball, but it's going to be an adjustment those first few games. Kessler. Down low, that's going to be taken away from Killingly. Kazantzis looking for a screen here. He wants that final shot. Kazantzis going to heave it, double pump fake. No good. But what a first half it has certainly been, Mike. Back and forth, and then Killingly, they took a run here in the second quarter. They started out hot, and then Wheeler slowly creeping up now.
And Killingly basically survived Barabo's foul trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be huge to see how that's going to play a factor in the second half. Is you could be a little bit more aggressive now defensively.
Our pal Juice just checked in, and he said that Killingly's man-to-man leaves a little to be desired right now.
Yeah.
And again, I to me that's the thing that the thing that impressed me the most was Wheeler's the number of wide open shots they got. I mean, they run good stuff, yeah, but I mean everything was open, and Killingly's got to do better.
All right, so we'll be back in a few minutes for second half of the ECC semifinals between Killingly and Wheeler.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more.
I played baseball when I was younger, but my love for that kind of faded when I was done with middle school, so I just went to this. I'm better at this. I just like this. I love this.
6th grade, he came and played on my AAU team. He was about a half a foot taller than everybody else, and he dominated the first time we ever saw each other. He's just always loved the game, and as soon as the ball goes up at the jump, it's serious time for that kid. It's no fooling around. He loves to play hard.
Have you had to get creative in ways to get him the ball?
Yes, because double teams, heavy overplays in the backcourt, running guys at him, a lot of screens. We've put him at the point this year because, you know, if you want to pick him up in the backcourt, good luck to you because he'll go by you. His handle's pretty strong for a 6'3" kid.
Yeah, I get double teamed a lot, but lets my teammates score more. I get to pass to them. They're wide open every time. We score more like that anyway.
He really doesn't like it to be all about him. You know, like any guy who can, he likes to put a good hard dunk down, you know, and that's probably the end of it. I mean, an interview, it's your team. Let's tell us about Yanni Barbo. No, he wants to talk about killing high school basketball and his cousins and Tommy and the rest of the starters because that's the best thing about him. He loves his teammates, and he just has so much fun playing.
Talk about the experience of your 1000th point. Not everybody gets to.
It felt really good to get it, and a lot more pressure off me now that I got it. I knew I was going to get it, I just didn't know when, but once it was passed, it was behind my head. Now we could really play.
And what kind of impact does he have on the program?
Amazing. Not only did he bring his cousins along, but everybody who comes in the gym and wants to play at Kinley wants to play with Yanni Barbo. I mean, the excitement, the work ethic that he's spread throughout the program has made my job a lot easier.
At The Day, we pride ourselves on giving our readers the best coverage of local high school sports. Whether in-depth stories, photos and video, or columns, our dedicated reporters are on the sidelines covering it all, providing you with the stats, analysis, and commentary you've grown to know and trust. Subscribe today at theday.com to receive full access to all our coverage.
That was a very sharp and loud cheer. Great job. Oh, and that's fun. Those transitions were really awesome. And actually, the jump you just saw is a double 9, which scores very high. Partner stunts are going great. Heading into some running, tumbling passes. Again, trying to hit that majority. Heading straight into pyramids. And a single base pyramid with a high-to-high. Very impressive.
Crowd likes it. They're so far very smooth here from Wheeler.
Again, that quad jump that we're going to be seeing a lot of today.
Wasn't that long ago that the quad jump was only for a couple of teams.
Oh yeah.
And now the quad jump is almost a staple throughout all the teams.
Great way to max out in the jump category. Nice strong end with those stunts. utilizing that floor in their dance.
Wheeler High School, very happy. Coaches, happy as well. Catherine Noonan, Sherry Tardif coming on the mat. The Lions crowd happy as well. Tough to follow East Lyme, but they did it, and they did it well, representing Division III. How tough is it to follow the overall champions? But Wheeler did it very well, and they're with our own George Hathaway. George.
Guys, here I am with Peyton and Kat. So how do you feel after a great routine that you guys kind of put on here today?
I feel good. We put in so much hard work. I'm so proud of every single person for fighting through everything.
And speaking of fighting through everything, Coach is very excited here for our girls, but speaking of kind of overcoming through things, what has that kind of been like for you guys this season?
We have worked so hard all season. Already we have less time than other teams because we don't cheer for football. And so just making the dance sharp, hitting all the stunts, changing our routine when possible. We put in 100% all the time.
Working on the fly, certainly done great for you guys. And Coach, I have to ask, what did you tell your girls right before they kind of went on the mat here today?
Most importantly, to go out and have fun, but to go out sharp, hit that routine, show them what Wheeler is all about, and just rock the house.
Awesome. Congratulations, Wheeler, once again.
After the game, find us on social media at Game Day CT for our interview with the Foxwoods Player of the Game. And check out all the great entertainment coming this winter at Foxwoods. Go to foxwoods.com/entertainment. It's the Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
Second half action from the ECC semifinals between Killingly and Wheeler just about to get started, and what a first half it has been. And you know, with Yanni's foul trouble a little bit early on, we saw him play pass, but then that second quarter he took over, heated up, and now he has 10 points already.
And you know, as we said, Georgia, as we said, you know, going to break, they survived the two fouls.
Right.
And you know, that's going to be a great question to ask Jim after the game. Why did he stay with him?
Yeah. And to keep him in there was very risky, and we're going to have to see what kind of defense now Killingly's going to come out with. I mean, it looks like they are going to be playing man, but they played zone against Fitch. It didn't work out for them, so they switched up in the second half, and they played better in man, but now they're struggling a little bit with the three ball that we've been seeing from Wheeler. And that's going to be a block from Kazantzis there, and here comes Yanni in transition. Over up to Mills, no good. As now here comes Wheeler, transition offense, turnover now for the Lions. It's been a fast-paced action all game long. And now Killingly trying to set up a little bit of offense here. Drable's top of the key, spot on, no good.
Give him that one all day.
Kessler going to control the rock for Wheeler. Bransford, kick out. Over to Zardy's three, too strong.
Bransford clearly has their attention. He drew three that time.
Bransford also in double figures with 10 points here for Wheeler. All five starters have scored for both teams. I think that's great. Everyone's getting a little bit of action here. And a turnover for Killingly. I mean, they're trying to find it inside, but just miscommunication there.
Double foot stomp on the Killingly bench just now.
I did see that. And Kessler for three, rims in and out. Offensive rebound, Zardes all alone, right hand layup.
Kessler.
And that's what you want to do, George. hang around, win it at the end.
Draybolts off the glass, nice turnaround jumper for him there down low.
Boy, Graybol's cleared space well.
Zardes drives, gonna get fouled.
Fouls number 11, Logan Gagnon, his first, team's first.
So that's gonna be on Gagnon, his first personal foul. Oh, there's a great inbounds play, but Bransford just could not execute on that layup. Had a nice open look there, but here comes Kazantzis and Killingly High School. Gagnon corner three, short. Rebound Kessler. Zardes with the ball. Oh, nice crossover there from Zardes. Right hand, no good. Offensive rebound coming in for Bransford. Too strong once again. And he's going to go to the line for two.
So they flash Bransford to the
22, Thomas Draybolts, his first, team's second.
To the foul line, sets a great screen, and then there he is with two offensive rebounds.
So that's going to be Draybolt's first foul as Bransford sinks the first free throw. As Wheeler slowly kind of creeping back into this ball game. And Bransford gets both of them to drop for him. Now we're seeing some pressure here from Wheeler. Gagnon to Yanni. Kazantzis, deep three. Boom!
Three, Johnny Kazantzis.
Johnny Kazantzis, that was deep out there in three-point range from the wing. And now we hear the Wheeler crowd chanting, "Let's go Wheeler." 15 for Kazantzis in the ball game. Zardes, nice crossover. Oh, up and under with the right hand, too strong. Zardes pokes it away. Gonna drive, kick out to Brewer. Brewer, the right hand layup, short, and it's gonna stay on this side.
That's two bunnies in a row that they've missed. It goes without saying you can't do that. So I just said it.
So we're gonna take a timeout here as Killingly's gonna take a full, and this timeout is brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better Burns. Much better. So much better Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better Burns. You buy better Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Head coach for Killingly High School, James Crabtree, not thrilled with what he's seeing from his guys out there on the court. I mean, there's been some point-blank misses from Wheeler that we've seen within 2 feet of the basket. And if they're able to execute on several of those, this game would be totally different.
Jim had the whiteboard out and the scowl on during that.
Yeah.
During that.
To be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Krusowitz going to inbounds. for Wheeler. Bransford baseline drive.
DeAndre Bransford.
That was a mismatch.
Yes. He's been dominating down low. 14 for Bransford. And a turnover there for Killingly, and goes right into the hands of James Crabtree, and pounded that basketball, not happy with it.
One thing, George, if the head coach is that frustrated, there's a pretty good bet. So is his team.
Zardes gets his pocket picked. Kobe Mills, pull-up jumper in transition, rebound, Barabo. And a nice feed down low over to Logan Gagnon. Speaking of rebounds for Yanni, he's the first player in Killingly history to have over 1,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds. And almost gets the steal there, but Kyle Kessler and one. The old-fashioned three-point play there for the junior guard.
You know, you almost get the feeling Killingly wants to just hurry up and get up by 17 and be done with this. And that's not going to happen.
Kessler, the 5'8" guard, sinks the free throw. It's a 4-point ball game. Huge swing of things.
Huge play.
So Yanni with the basketball here. Up over to Mills, now over Dre Boats, Zancis.
Wheeler has gone zone.
A lot of ball movement here from Killingly High School. Barabo with the drive. That's the one guy you don't want to get behind your zone.
The zone moved too much on the ball swing, and he was wide open.
Kessler going to bounce that one off his knee. So turnover for Wheeler.
You know, the Wheeler's defense really has to be more conscious of where where he is.
Yanni, spin move, turnaround jumper short. Here it comes. Wheeler in transition offense. Poked away from Yanni, gonna stay on this side. You can see the double team kind of coming towards DeAndre Bransford now, as he's having a great game with 14 points already. Kessler with the ball, gonna try to set something up here for the Wheeler offense. Almost a turnover, but Zardy's gonna come up with the ball. Nice drive, but welcome to the block party for Yanni. And he just levitated up in the air on that block.
Timeout, Wheeler. 30-second timeout.
Yeah, George, I would say I love the way Zardes gets into the paint, but I think Killingly's onto him.
And it was great weak side help from Yanni Barabo there. Coming from the opposite block, and he just flew right over. And there's no way you can get a shot over, you know, somebody like Yanni who's 6'3", and in a wingspan that long of his. I mean, you're gonna have to float that thing up way high into the air.
Yeah, and you know, Wheeler's just gonna have to be very efficient offensively, you know, and because I think Killingly is going to keep scoring.
So here comes Killingly High School now. A lot of pressure there from Zardes. Kazantzis, 14-foot jump shot there, gets that one to fall for him.
Little flash to the foul line. Nice looking play.
Brewer drives. Oh, nice move with the left hand. A good spin off the backboard there.
I reiterate, just as they say, just a sophomore.
Back and forth action here from Mills and Gagnon. Now over to Kazantzis on the far side. There's just a lot of ball movement here trying to break this Wheeler defense. And there's a block there down low from Brewer. And here comes Bransford in transition. Oh, nice pump fake there, but too strong from Krusewitz. Yanni drives, kicks down low. Dre bolts short. Barabo the rebound and gets the basket to fall.
I thought he got fouled there too.
A lot of contact on Yanni there, but that's no worry for him, for the 6'3" senior. Kessler, 4 seconds. You have to get a shot off, and that's Kessler off the backboard there as time expires, and we have ourselves a good game entering the fourth quarter.
Hey, if you had, in our conversation we had with Steve before the game, if you had said down 6 going to the fourth, he would have probably said, where do I sign?
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for fourth quarter action, ECC semifinals.
After the game, find us on social media at GameDayCT for our interview with the Foxwoods Player of the Game. And check out all the great entertainment coming this winter at Foxwoods. Go to foxwoods.com/entertainment. It's the Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all. All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Contact us today. Visit us at waterforddentalhealth.com for more information.
We're back for fourth quarter action here at the ECC semifinals, as we sure are in for a treat. Wheeler being down 6, and this is a great matchup this early in the morning. Like we said, are these kids even going to be awake this early for an 11 a.m. tip-off? But here we are. I think they're awake now with how close this game is.
Yeah, I'm just, again, I remain impressed with Wheeler's following here. Double, Jim calls out. I assume that's a double screen for Yanni.
And there it is. Yanni, pump fake, up and under, no. Rebound, second chance basket there for him. And that's why he has over 1,000 points and rebounds in his career.
That's a nice looking play to come out of the quarter break.
Kessler drives, left hand underneath the long length of Johnny Kazantzis.
Well, he has no trouble getting to the basket, does he?
Yanni, step back, short. Rebound hauled in from Kessler. He's going to go. Oh, nice move around Yanni, but no, can't get it to fall. And that's going to be blocked by Kazantzis. No foul called down low. And here comes Bransford. Too strong, and now we're going to get a foul call, but it's going to go against Wheeler. And the crowd not happy, and even Stephen Bailey not thrilled with that call.
Not a popular call in the Wheeler section.
Teams first.
It's just a sea of maroon just kind of across from us.
Which is not the preferred color in this gym.
No, not at all. It's bad memories sometimes here at the X with the color maroon. But I also know some good ones that have happened. Colby Mills with the ball for Killingley High School. Cross-court pass to Kazantzis. His three from the corner. No good. as it's going to be Wheeler basketball.
Jimbo is just
not happy.
He's worth the price of admission right now.
Kessler up over to Bransford on the high post. Brewer for three, short. Now here comes Kazantzis and Killingly High School. Barabo going into the lane. He's going to get fouled going to the line for two. And he just did that move with just such ease. A lot of poise and patience just to kind of do the Euro step right there for him.
Yeah, see, George, this is the time of the game where he could really take this over now, and it wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be shocked if they start going him every time now.
This is Yanni's first time at the line. Second free throw, able to get that one in. And Killingly going to take a full timeout. And so will we. This timeout brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better than Burns. Much better. So much better than Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better than Burns. You buy better than Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Both teams coming into the contest 15-5. We expected a good game, and Mike, we certainly got one here today. It's a 7-point game in favor of Killingly, and it's been Yanni the second half. He's been kind of exploding.
And he'll need to with a 7-point lead. Do want to remind everyone, George, at 1, the second semifinal of the day, Griswold and Bacon Academy.
Yeah, see some of the guys on the Griswold team kind of up top in the bleachers watching this matchup here. Kessler now over to Zardes. Zardes drives, spins, kick out to Brewer, back to Zardes. Zardes drives in the lane. What a nice move with the right hand. He's creating some space for himself. And he's been having a good game.
You know, Wheeler's getting to the basket whenever they want. I might try a little 1-2-2, 1-3-1 just to clog it up.
That's going to be a blocking foul on Jason Krusowitz. So that's going to be his second personal foul. So Killingly going to inbound underneath their own basket. And a nice pass over to Dre Bolts.
Thomas Dre Bolts.
And just a quick inbounds play for Killingly. Zardes to Brewer, top of the key. Moving it around on the outside. And driving into the lane is Kessler. It's going to be no good. It's going to stay on this side of the court in favor of Wheeler. Looking for the inbounds here. They're going to have to go deep to Zardes. Zardes, three. Got it.
I like watching them. I like watching this team, George.
4-point ball game. Yanni in the corner for three. Short back iron. Offensive rebound for Dre Bolts. No good. That's hauled in from Bransford. And that's going to be a foul on Thomas Draybold.
That was not over the back the first time because Kessler did not box out.
Right. Here comes Wheeler. Crowd getting into it for the Lions as well. Down low, Zardes drives. No good, no foul called down low. Stephen Bailey looking for one. Killing, that's gonna get pickpocketed, but there's a foul call.
Our old pal, Keith O'Brien, a Wheeler grad, by the way, would be going loose change, loose change.
Fouls on number 3,
Timmy Riveris, the official says he got him on the elbow.
So that's going to be on Zardes, his first personal foul. Yanni drives, gets it stripped, but that's going to be Gagnon on the rebound, except Yanni just going to come out with it, try to reset the offense here for Killingly. Barabo drives. It's going to go on the floor. And Bailey not happy, thinking that when Yanni was going for the wraparound that he got a little bit of the elbow.
Yeah, Bailey wanted the offensive foul. I actually thought it was a walk too, George. I might be wrong, but I thought he walked.
Barabo in the corner, drive, turn around, in and out. Rebound from Gagnon. Draybolts for 3, and that's huge for Killingly.
Well, maybe you don't give him that one all day, as I said before. Biggest shot of the game. That's 15 for Draybolts. The quarterback to the rescue.
He's having a quiet 15 as well. Down low, to Brewer. And that's going to be blocked by Draybolts. And here comes Yanni in transition. And it's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on DeAndre Bransford.
His second, team 6th.
So Gagnon going to inbound on the far side. We haven't said much of Kazantzis' name here in the fourth quarter. As he's going to have that stripped away from Keith Zardes. And here comes Bransford. Too strong, no good. Offensive rebound for Kessler. And that's going to be a foul on Logan Gagnon.
That's possession. Wheeler will shoot on the next Killingly foul.
Up over to Zardes. Now over to Kessler, up top to Bransford. Looks like Killingly playing a little bit of a zone. 2-3 zone, and Zardes is going to try to split it, blocked by Yanni. Here comes Kessler, baseline floater, and gets the friendly roll.
This is where you run your best stuff now.
Kazantzis far wing, top of the key to Gagnon.
Post up.
There it is, Yanni down low, muscles his way in, but nice pass over to Draybolts, who gets the lay-in.
Draw the defense, dish.
It's a textbook offensive play right there, especially when you have somebody that's a high caliber like Yanni Barabo. Draw the double team and then just kick it down low. Brewer. Kessler gets that one stolen from behind. And Killingly going to slow up the offense a little bit. Yanni at the top of the key. He's guarded by Krusevitz. It's going to stay Killingly basketball.
Crabtree pointing to his head, telling his players, you got to be smarter than that.
So Gagnon set to inbound far side. Yanni, jab step, drive, dishes out to Draybolt's no good. Rebound Bransford.
Draybolt's wanted a foul.
Bransford picked up his dribble and gets that one picked away. And timeout Killingly.
Wheeler suddenly very sloppy.
Yes.
Offensively, and we talked about
30-second timeout.
we talked about before how efficient they need to be, and they're not.
You know, down the stretch, they're going to have to play their best basketball right now of the season.
Yeah, and you know, it's still too early to think about fouling.
Right.
But it's a 3-possession game right now, so it's not. So we're getting into that time.
And you're going to have to think, will Wheeler start pressing a little bit to apply some pressure on Killingly to force a turnover and get a quick bucket? Because they haven't been doing anything all day. Both teams, we haven't seen full court pressure all game long, especially in a semifinals game at this caliber.
And the other thing that I would say is Wheeler has been so conscious to get the ball to the basket. We haven't seen him shoot many threes in this game, and it's about that time.
You can't live or die by the three, though, but you're right, Mike. You have to start taking some if you want to get back into this ball game.
With a $1:40 left, yeah.
Barabo drawing a little bit of a double team now. They're going to try to trap in the corner. That's what Wheeler was intending to do. But here's now Yanni. Jab step drive, no good. And he's going to clean up the mess there. His offensive rebound has really been helping Killingly High School this morning. Brewer, 3 short. Zardes trapped in the corner.
Timeout, Wheeler.
And Wheeler going to take a timeout. Smart timeout there from Wheeler. And they're going to take a full timeout. And we're also going to take a timeout as well. Brought to you by the Birds Agency.
You buy better. Better with Birds. Much better. So much better with Birds. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Birds. You buy better with Birds. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
After that timeout from Wheeler, they're able to talk things over, try to set something up. It's a close game, and they can still come back into it, Mike. It's just they're going to have to play with poise right now.
Well, you score fast, press, foul.
Zardes. He has
This
the ball
is not
right now.
fast.
And they're going to turn it over quickly. Here comes Kazantzis, transition, and he misses. And Yanni also missed on the cleanup as well. So here comes Brewer for Wheeler. Nice pass down low, pump fake there from Bransford, quick bucket, and now here comes the full court pressure.
You got
You're
to
gonna have to foul
trap
now.
that. They had a chance to trap Yanni, and nobody went near him.
Fouls number 1, Kyle Kessler, his third, team 7.
They're taking too much time off the clock, even the foul as well. So we're going to go into 1-and-1 now.
1-1.
Logan Gagnon, he's going to be at the line. And Gagnon sinks the first free throw there. And Killingly, they beat number 6 Stonington to come to the semifinals, 86-73. Gagnon, second free throw, connects. So Wheeler gonna have to go quick here. Stops the clock, but
really looking forward to watching this team play next year.
Very young team, everybody's gonna come back. Bransford, Zardy's deep three, no good. Offensive rebound there for Bransford. And that's gonna be taken away, tipped, here comes Yanni. Oh! Yanni Barabo flushes it down, the exclamation mark here for Killingly High School. Yanni's gonna hold it, gives it up to Kazantzis.
And they survive.
They survive. A good game, a good first game here at the X, and you couldn't ask for a better matchup here between Wheeler and Killingly. Big win, though, for Killingly High School.
And now they move to Mohegan Sun Tuesday night, and they get the winner of the next game, Griswold and Bacon. And, you know, Griswold beaten them both times this year, and I am sure they wouldn't mind very much if the Wolverines won this next game, as we wait for Thomas Dryballs and Jim to come up, and then you get to interview them, George.
Back to what I'm used to doing, interviewing the players and coaches, but it's been great being on the call though with you, Mike.
This was great, George. Let's do it again.
Yes.
And we're waiting. Crabtree and Bailey still talking at midcourt. And here comes our player of the game.
Here I am with the player of the game. You have the handheld mic. You can use the handheld mic. Can you hear me good though? Awesome, that's all that matters. So here I am with the player of the game, Thomas Dryballs. I mean, great game for you guys today. Big win. Now you're going on to Mohegan Sun, playing winner of the next game, but it was a slow start for you guys. I mean, that first quarter, it was definitely back and forth between you guys and Wheeler. But what did Coach tell you kind of going into the second quarter, because you guys just took off running with it?
Going into the second quarter, we kind of settled down. It's a loud atmosphere. A lot of people here. You know, it's a different court. We've never played here. It's a big arena. You know, it's tough to play in.
And it was, you had a great game, phenomenal. I mean, it was a quiet game. It felt like, you know, you're just getting basket after basket, but you had a big three, top of the key. You missed the first one that you took short. Second one, I mean, it was a close game. It was within 4. You took it. I mean, how'd you feel after that?
It just felt so good coming off the hand. Once I shot it, I knew it was going in. It just felt good.
And you guys certainly should feel good. Big game coming up at Mohegan Sun. You guys, like I said, get the winner of this next game. But what's kind of the mentality now going forward?
The mentality, just finish the job. It was our goal to get here, to get to the Sun all year. We finally got there. Now we just got to finish it off.
It's going to be a fun game. Well, Thomas, I appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
Great game and good luck. Move forward. How's it going, Coach? Here I am with Coach Crabtree. It was a back and forth ball game to kind of start that first quarter, very close. And, you know, Wheeler kind of give you a run in that first quarter, but second quarter you guys took over. What you tell your guys?
Well, I don't know if we really took over, but a 6-point lead was a lot in this game.
It was.
Wheeler, outstanding team. The coach, outstanding. They came in ready to go, and we knew that because I got all the respect in the world for that team. They got a lot of guys that can get to the basket and score. We struggled to cover a man-to-man. I think when we went to zone in the fourth quarter, it kind of secured it a little bit, but, I mean, we got the big guy, Barabo, and that was basically the difference of the game. We had him and they don't, and we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, Yanni's been playing phenomenal all season long. You had Thomas Drybles, he came up huge for you guys. So having those role players coming up big, how important is that now moving forward, especially now going to Mohegan Sun?
It's great. Johnny Kazantis made some big baskets in the first half. The point guard, Kobe Mills, has come a long way since we put him into the starting lineup. I think we're 9-1 now.
And you have a date at Mohegan Sun coming up on Tuesday. You guys play the winner of this next game. Griswold beat you twice already this season. They're the #1 team kind of coming into this. Are you looking at matchups right now kind of going forward?
Well, whether it's Griswold or Bacon, I know one thing. It's going to be a great game.
It sure will be.
It's going to be a great one.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time here today. Thank you so much, and good luck on Tuesday.
No, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Well, that'll do it all from here for this first game. Killingly got a big win over Wheeler, and now we get ready for Game 2 of the ECC semifinals here. Griswold, Bacon Academy coming up. Mike, it's been a pleasure being on the call with you, and certainly a fun first game.
This was great. This was great. You did a great job.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so we will have you. You will be back.
Yes.
For Game 2 with Casey, and looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, that game's set to tip off at 1 p.m., so make sure to stay tuned in. Casey and I will be on the mics for that game, so you don't want to miss it.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
X marks the spot for Saturday semifinal basketball in the ECC boys, our second of two Division II semifinal games. Killingly is on its way to the Sun on Tuesday night. Rendezvous with one of these two teams, Bacon Academy, the 4 seed, Griswold, the number 1 seed, and we have all the action live on game day. Casey O'Neill and George Hathaway. And George, first of all, outstanding job with you and Mike in game 1 today, calling what was a very exciting and well-played Wheeler Killingly game. Here in our second game, Bacon Academy, the 4 seed, had an easy time with Lyman. Griswold rolled into the finals as well. Griswold has beaten Bacon in both of the times they played this year, and as the number 1 seed and highly ranked in the state as well in their class, Griswold looking to roll into the Sun as well, and we're ready for a good one.
It's going to be an exciting matchup. I mean, Griswold, 7 seniors on this team, very heavy in that aspect, so a lot of veteran leadership that you're probably going to see a lot on this court.
Going to get Griswold off the tip. Now, you don't often see a freshman jumping from a guard position, but Troy Johnson jumps for Bacon, and he actually won the tip, and his teammate fell down and goes out of bounds. So Griswold will have first possession, and it goes into the hands of one of the 3 strains. This is going to be Lucas handling the ball currently. Griswold, one of the more deliberate teams. We're going to get a travel on strain. Now, I guess you could say when you play Griswold, the strain that they put on you is real 3 times the normal strain that a team puts on you, as triplets, Lucas, Jacob, and Michael, all take active roles, and they each have slightly different responsibilities for this Griswold team.
It's great having a group of brothers that have chemistry already. You know, off the court, they know their play style. But just to have them all together on the court and then adding on to what Griswold's already been doing so far this season, I think it's a big help.
Coach Rob Molesky knows that this group here at Griswold is poised to win an ECC championship. Eli Black with the first 3 of the game for Bacon, and it's long and Jacob Strain to brother Lucas. Strain drives on Grimward. No good, and Keegan Appleby pulls it down for Bacon, and Eli Black will push. Corner, Grimward for 3. Back iron, too strong, tipped, and we're going to get a foul on Bacon Academy. That foul will go on Black, and it'll be Wolverine basketball.
His first, team's first.
We've seen Bacon Academy already taking 3s early on. They just kind of been quick shots, one pass, and then they're finding an open man. If they really want to start getting themselves on the board, they should, you know, play a little bit of tempo, not so fast and quick shots. Try to set up an offense that'll get their best position for scoring.
Russell picks it up at the foul line, pulls up, knocks down the jumper. First basket of the game belongs to Griswold and Christian Russell. Black, pull up, strong. Johnson underneath with the follow, no good. And out of the pack comes Jacob Strain. So good opportunity for Bacon there, but couldn't get it to go down. Block, blocks. Strain's jumper. Now Bacon's gonna run the floor. Grimward to the basket, out of control, and he'll get the offensive foul. And that's gonna be a knock that we are gonna hear. Luke Grimward is their high scorer on the year, but he has a tendency to try to do things a little bit too much sometimes, gets a little bit out of control sometimes. He's a dynamic player, he can do a lot of things really well, but sometimes he's got to, you'll hear Coach Cooper say, slow it down a little bit, and you can see Bacon out a little bit fast right now.
Could be just those nerves early on, playing with that fast-paced tempo, trying to get quick shots up in the air. And a lot of the times it's just nerves kind of getting the best of you a little bit. Once they settle into the game, they'll kind of calm down.
Well, Souvenance draws the foul on Grimward, which means that we're going to get an early sub. With second foul on Grimward, you're going to get Jack Holmes into the ball game for Bacon Academy as Souvenance rolls in and out. Holmes is the quarterback on the Bacon Academy football team, also going to college to play lacrosse. So good three-sport athlete, but Griswold's a big loss for them this early in the first period to have to take a seat. Wow, empty set for Souvenance with two that looked both to be going down. Little man-to-man pressure here now by Griswold. And a turnover. Up ahead it goes, Merchant. And Evan Merchant puts the Wolverines up 4.
Evan Merchant.
Long pass to Appleby. And Appleby's going to turn it over, but Holmes saves it. And that's a little bit loose. And it's going to stay with Bacon Academy as Kutsavavis had it deflected away.
This early pressure from Griswold just going to show, I mean, they're 19-3 on the season. The very good overall team, and I think that has to be a test of the defense.
Theo Kutsavavis went up and was fouled, so he will go to the line and he'll shoot 2. And that's what you talked about. Right, not only did you break pressure, but they attacked the basket instead of settling for an outside shot, and Kutsavavis will go to the line. Kutsavavis, of course, known to game day. He made our great 8 plays of the week early in the year with a trick shot off the wall of the Bacon Academy gymnasium that was shown early, so he gets Bacon on the board. Second one, no good, Souvenance. Brings it down for the Wolverines. Dump down to Souvenance. Kick out 3 is up and no good. And we're going to get a foul on Griswold. That's going to be on Souvenance with a push.
Foul's number 22, Jeff Souvenance, his second, team second.
And we'll get Michael Strain into the game. So now all 3 Strains into the ball game at the same time for the Wolverines. Nothing better for a play-by-play guy than triplets. Intercepted right off the bench with a steal. Ahead to Brother. Little brother love. As Michael Strain with the steal. Pushes it ahead, and Merchant will go to the line, and he'll shoot the bonus. Evan Merchant getting the Wolverines fired up. And Craig Cooper is going to take a timeout. And they will talk it over as the pressure of Griswold bothering them a little bit early.
Yeah, and you're going to have to learn to figure out how to break that press and that pressure that Griswold is bringing. I think that's what this timeout is really going to be all about. How can they get the ball past half court without making a turnover? Because their last few times down the court, that's what they've been doing. They're trying to go full court passes and cross-court passes, and those are dangerous. Just get the ball in the middle and try to get some short passes because Griswold has active hands, and they're very quick to find that ball. So that's just what's been hurting Bacon Academy this early on. And for Griswold, it's helping them out because you see how they're so effective off of those turnovers.
So Merchant will go to the line. He'll shoot his bonus. Looking to extend a 5-point Wolverine lead here in the early going of our second semifinal on the day. Killingly on its way to Mohegan Sun Tuesday night. And they will face the winner of this one. Griswold stays with the pressure. Touchdown pass, Kutsavavis. Now Johnson, swing to Black. Well done breaking the pressure. Now let's see if Bacon can get a good look because the man defense, Griswold, very, very tough.
Yeah, this defense is very active with their hands. You hear a lot of the shoes squeaking on the court. They're moving.
And a steal from Strain off the tip from Strain. Merchant now. If I just say Strain, I have a 60% chance of being right on who has that basketball. Russell, and that's going to be a walk. They'll go the other way, and it'll turn over here, and Griswold's going to stay in the pressure.
And we didn't see a lot of that in the first game, but could be a reason why that Griswold is #1 ranked is just because of that pressure defense.
Appleby gets it to Kutsavavis. Now Holmes picks up the dribble. That pressure is very much bothersome to Bacon Academy. They are out of sorts right now offensively. Up top, Kutsavavis. Long three for Eli Black is short. And out of the pack comes Jacob Strain. Ball loose to Lucas Strain. Baseline drive by Lucas Strain, no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Bacon Academy. And we're going to get a couple of subs into the ball game as Tommy Matson and Kincaid Rubino check in. Russell and Lucas Strain have a seat. So they bring in two senior guards in Matson and Rubino, who's a junior, but both very quick, and they're going to be at the head of that pressure. Long cross court. Kincaid Rubino, fine player on the Griswold football team. We featured him a few times this year as well in our grade 8 plays.
Looks like Griswold going with a very high 2-3 zone, but I don't know. It looked kind of, then they jump into man as well.
I think it's a bit of a matchup 2-3, and they have specific assignments. They're going to trap Black. Cross court to Appleby. That three is open, but Appleby has been loath to take it thus far. He's more of a inside guy and defensive player. But that pass is open. There's a kick. Bacon really no good look here out of this. Black with a floater. Basket is good, and the foul. Just what the doctor ordered, as Bacon Academy needed a basket, and Eli Black got it for him.
Good ball movement. I mean, they couldn't find any open looks, but then, Eli Black just found a hole in that Griswold defense, attacked it, and it working out in his favor.
Russell and Lucas Strain back into the ball game. Merchant and Jacob Strain will have a seat. And this is a big free throw right here, even in early going, because keeping it within a one-possession game is very important for Bacon, because Griswold with that tough defense doesn't give any easy look. Points will be at a premium for Bacon Academy today.
Certainly will. That's why you have to execute every drive down. And that was a good last possession from Bacon Academy, at least I thought. They're moving the ball around, trying to find some open looks.
All the way to the basket and scoring, freshman Troy Johnson. TJ looking a little like MJ going to the hoop. Oh, good move, good hands. Johnson thought he picked it clean. That was a good, strong move to the basket by Strain. Fouls on Kutsavavis. So we have confirmed from our roving expert Chris Giusti that it is a matchup zone, which I don't know. I thought I said it was a matchup zone.
I think you did.
But I said it. I don't know. I thought I said it was a matchup. Strain knocks the first one down. So just to confirm, it is in fact a matchup zone.
Yes.
That Griswold is playing. Second one short, but good hands by Strain. And those are the little things that Bacon Academy can't afford, like opportunities on missed free throws. You got to box out, and it pays right away for Griswold as Russell knocks down. That's an extra two you don't have to give up. Cross court it goes. Holmes, Johnson with a floater, no good. Tipped. Johnson with the putback, no good. Tipped again, and out of the pack come the Wolverines. Missed opportunities for the Bobcats.
Even though they came up empty-handed there, I thought what Bacon Academy did, just one extra bounce pass really changed how that play was really going to look. They found some open cutter, and that's what you have to continue to do. Just keep your eyes up.
Long three, no good. Rebound into the hands of Russell, no good. Back into the hands of Rubino. So multiple opportunities for Griswold. Bacon finally able to control with Elijah Black. Under 50 seconds remaining here, 5-point Griswold lead. Good hands from Rubino. Black to Kutsafavis. Now Black will resettle. Bacon will be deliberate and look for a good shot. Black, pull up 10-footer, no good. In and out. Griswold coming the other way, up 5, looking to extend. Good hands from Johnson as he tips it away, and Bacon has it in the hands of Black. Good hands by Strain. A lot of these passes getting tipped, and Griswold's going to go back to Jacob Strain and Evan Merchant. Get them in the game for this defensive possession with 17 seconds.
What I saw from Griswold is that they're following their own shots, no matter what. And that's how they're getting these second chance opportunities. A lot of kids these days don't follow their shots. Coaches emphasize it, but you don't see a lot of it happening. And Griswold just able to do that early on here, give them some extra points, and it's helping.
Under 4 seconds, Black doesn't know the time, pull up. Can he get a shot off? No, he can't. Not a great way to end the period for Bacon Academy. They're down 5. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com. The Holy Club, the premier indoor golf facility and lounge in southeastern Connecticut. Featuring Foresight Sports Simulator technology, you can test your game on the greatest courses in the world. Want to improve your swing? Schedule a lesson with their on-site PGA Pro. Want to host an event? The lounge offers the perfect setting to watch all the big games. Gift cards are available and make the perfect stocking stuffer for this holiday season. Don't wait. Stop by the Holy Club, 161 Water Street in downtown Norwich. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. You're watching Game Day, which is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. All that's good begins with a smile, and at Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. You know, our entire team is dedicated to providing you the personalized dental care you deserve. So contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com for more information. It's funny, you want to know how someone's done a good job marketing. I saw a box, it had an address on it of Boston Post Road in the hundreds, and I said, hey, that's right near 177 Boston Post Road, home of Waterford Dental Health. So Mike DeMoro and I immediately recognize anything on Boston Post Road in proximity to Waterford Dental Health. So that's a good job with the marketing team at Waterford Dental. Second quarter action about to start. Bacon Academy trails by 5 with the basketball here to start the second period.
Yeah, for Bacon Academy, what it's like, been for them this season, it's just here today, it seems like they're playing very quick, very rushed basketball, where they're trying to just get ahead of Griswold first, but it's not really working out for them because Griswold is very quick on their feet defensively. And I think what Bacon needs to do to at least get back in this ballgame, because it's relatively close. If we didn't have the score up or anything like that, and you're watching the game, you wouldn't know that Bacon was within 5 because it looked like it was all Griswold.
So they're sorting out what players need to be in the game right now because they failed to check in, which means they need to just start at the bench. But one player that did check in, with Luke Griswold back into the game for Bacon Academy, he sat most of the first period with 2 fouls, and so he's a big difference maker when you talk about offensively. Black had to pull his share, but Griswold's going to be their primary scorer along with Black here at this point. So here he is, one-on-one with Russell. Spins, throws up an ill-advised shot, and Griswold not talking to each other as Russell and Merchant bump each other, and it'll stay Bacon Academy ball.
Not a big fan of that shot from Luke Griswold, but he's their number 1 option, if not number 2. But you can't just kind of throw up a shot hoping to just get a foul call there.
Wild shot from Black. Griswold doing such a good job defensively, not giving up anything. Strain flips to Strain, and Merchant pretends he's going to shoot that 3, but instead he's going to drive to the basket, and he's going to draw a foul on the floor as Johnson took one in the mouth. And to add insult to injury, literally, he's going to come out of the game here as he is holding his mouth, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So with Bacon Academy and a full timeout, we'll take a timeout. Brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better,
and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
5-point Griswold lead here early in the second period. Bacon Academy with a timeout. And, you know, George, Bacon has not looked in sync offensively yet at all, partly due to the pressure of Griswold, but also to the, I'd say, rushed shot looks from Bacon. Griswold, on the other hand, I think this is the kind of ugly game that fits their personality very well.
Right. And I think looking at this, I mean, Bacon Academy has done a decent job defensively as well against Griswold. There are some, you know, looks and stuff like that where they wish they could get back, but just kind of watching them defensively, they're still very active, just not enough as Griswold has been.
Russell gets the ball tipped back to himself, and he makes the most of the opportunity and gives Griswold a 7-point lead. Black pushing for Bacon, swings to Griswold. 3 from the corner is no good. Weak side tipped, and Merchant will run, strain, Russell, and that's a great break by the Wolverines. 9 for Russell here in the early going to lead Griswold. Black from the corner for 3, no good. Merchant with the rebound.
You see Griswold going there on the trap in the corner on Griswold, knowing that he would probably pull the trigger on that one since of how wide open he was in that last possession.
Up ahead, Bacon trying to run now. Black tries to split defenders, and Russell comes out of the pack. Griswold has numbers, 4-on-1, lob to Souvenance, and he'll be fouled as he goes up for the lob, and he'll shoot 2. Right now, I think Coach Craig Cooper is a blend of frustrated and discouraged. You know, frustrated at the way his team is not responding to the cues of, you know, slow it down, get better shots. But also, I think a little bit, you know, I don't know if he's disappointed or just understanding how good Griswold is. I think that's the bigger issue. It's like you can't get down 10 points against this team who's so tough to score against, and knowing that the Griswold defense is not going to make it any easier.
I couldn't completely, I agree. I think just looking at that is, you can't say it enough, you know, just calm down, take smart shots, keep your composure, smart passes. You can say that, but now you got to go out there and execute it. And I think it's that repetitiveness that hopefully throughout this game we're going to see from Bacon Academy, that they will be able to finally slow it down and break this press that we kind of see here from Griswold.
10-point lead, biggest of the game for Griswold. Appleby and Black goes cross court to Holmes. Right now, Craig Cooper for Bacon just looking for answers. Bacon has yet to really knock down anything from the perimeter. Black, no good. Kutsavavis tips, and they're going to get a foul on Theo Kutsavavis, and it's going to be Griswold ball.
You're right. Bacon is struggling from shooting the 3 ball, but it's that interior defense that we see from Griswold that is going to be forcing them now to start shooting those 3s more, and they've been struggling with that so far in this ball game. So I think this Griswold interior defense and not letting anything or anyone get by them.
Foul differential is remarkable. 8 team fouls on Bacon Academy, only 3 on Griswold, which is why that was a 1-and-1 for Griswold. Great man-to-man defense when they try to drive. Holmes for 3, no good. Coming the other way now, Rubino. Kick out, open look, Strain for three. Weak side rebound, Black. Long outlet to Appleby. Hanging in the air, and Keegan Appleby. Welcome to Applebee's. May I take your order?
That's how to do it in transition. That was just, they slowed down. They didn't rush anything. They didn't force anything in transition. They just took their time, and that's what Bacon needs to continue to do.
Good defense on the backdoor cut. Griswold had that one. Long three from Merchant is short, tipped, and Strain loses it. Appleby comes out of there with it and will push for Bacon. Holmes, Kutsafavas, little hook shot, Wild. Strain drives, gets his own rebound, no good, and out of the pack comes Black. Bacon with numbers now. Black drives. Nice look to Griswold, and Bacon running the break, and that's how they get an easy basket and cut it to within 6.
And that's just great awareness. You saw Jacob Strain setting up to take a charge, and Bacon just realizing that they can't get any more fouls here. What they need to do is just kick it out. It was a very smart play in transition.
And Coach Rob Molesky wants a timeout for Griswold. He's going to talk it over. Get his Wolverines back situated. It is a full timeout, and with that timeout, we'll take a break. This one brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
6-point Griswold lead here with just under 4 minutes remaining in the half. Now the winners of all of today's game will move on to the Mohegan Sun for championship night scheduled for Tuesday night. Now what do you say Tuesday? We might have some snow, we might have some sleet, we might have some freezing rain, we might have what resembles winter in Connecticut. Well, if in fact Tuesday does need to be postponed, it'll be moving one day to Wednesday, staying at Mohegan Sun. So the championship games will not be threatened. However, the ECC is going to do everything possible to keep those games Tuesday night at Mohegan Sun Arena. Subinant, strong move to the basket for 2.
Great use of Subinant's left hand. And he had his back against the basket, just one little pivot, set him up in the great position.
Luke Griswold for 3. Now I'm going to drop a Princess Bride reference on you. Jeff Subinant is in fact left-handed, so I am also not left-handed. No, he is left-handed, so it's great use of the strong hand, but he's left-handed. He tricked you. I want to see him go up strong with the right hand. Oh, good defense and the strip from Julian Rodiger just into the ball game. The kid I call Juice. Julian Rodiger into the game for Bacon, sophomore. And we're going to get a block on Merchant. And Bacon now within 5 and kind of hanging around. And this is the best defensive lineup Bacon has right now with Rodiger and Appleby in the game at the same time. Both really good defenders. They got their 2 scorers, Griswold and Black in the game. So if they're going to make some hay, this is where it's going to be. Griswold up top, straightaway 3. Got it! Luke Griswold knocking it down and Bacon to within a basket. 8 for Luke. Subinant dribbles it off of his foot. Out of bounds it goes, and the Bobcats have a little bit of life. And a late arriving crowd here is starting to add. And you see Killingly High School up there in the top left of your screen, awaiting their opponent, this game's winner on Tuesday night. They put away Wheeler in a very entertaining opener tonight. Black down low, and it's tipped out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Griswold.
Bacon has kind of made this an interesting game now. They've been playing a lot better, more as a team, and it feels like they're more in sync. right now. And Griswold, even after the last timeout, just been struggling a little bit to get something going for them.
Russell can't get it to go. Good defense, weak side by the Bobcats, and Griswold has it now to Black. Cross court to Appleby. Bacon on the perimeter right now. Griswold drives, floater, and it's good, and we're tied up at 18. Little out of control, ball bounced back to him, and use the force, Luke.
That's how to do it right there. Now it's time to step up defensively, and what Bacon's been doing these last few possessions is not allowing Griswold to set up in their defense so they can just attack right away.
Good look underneath, and a kick out, tipped, and off of Griswold it goes. Griswold thought it was a double tip. Evan Merchant trying to sell it, but official Rob Bono says, nope, saw that one all the way. Good crew today, Roger Warner and Rob Bono, our officials out there. Now, hard to believe that I'm going to say this based on some of the ugliness of the first half, but Bacon with a chance to take the lead in this one.
This is huge possession for them. Kind of get the momentum. They have it right now, but if they can just keep building on top of that and realize they have the lead against the number 1 team, I think they'll feel a lot more confident in themselves.
Good backdoor cut, but good recovery defense by Griswold, but we're going to get a reach underneath on Matson. But I like Bacon attacking weak side that time. One extra pass because of how good Griswold closed, and ultimately foul is called, and Appleby will inbound. In the corner, Griswold for 3, in and out, no good. Good strong rebound from Strain, and we're going to get a foul on Rodiger on the weak side, I believe. Yep, foul's on Julian Rodiger. And we're going to get Jack Holmes back into the ball game for Bacon.
Julian Rodiger, his first, team's 9th.
It's been a very fast-paced ball game. Both teams running up and down the floor, and we see both coaches now going to their benches, even within the first few minutes of the ball game. So these guys coming off the bench are going to play a big role, if not more important, than those who are starting and they're already out on the court.
1-and-1 for Griswold the whole way, and missed the front end, but they steal it back as Griswold tried to go long distance with the pass, and it was tipped. And now we're down to a minute. Strain. On the floor is Holmes. Look at the hustle play from the quarterback. Jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Griswold, but a great hustle play from Jack Holmes.
That's what you like to see, especially in an ECC semifinals matchup like this. Everything really on the line. You have to go out there, throw your body on the floor.
Merchant will inbound for the Wolverines. Matson will have it, and as we're down to 45 seconds here in the first half, Griswold has let Bacon Academy climb back into it and see if they get what they get in the last couple of possessions. Matson drives baseline, stolen by Black. And it looks like Bacon will hold. They want to get a good last shot here, or close to it. And an illegal screen set by Troy Johnson. And I believe that's going to be his 3rd.
Fouls number 14, Troy Johnson, his 2nd.
No, it's his 2nd. And that'll send
Team's 10.
Rodiger back into the ball game. And he'll replace Johnson to make sure he does not get his 3rd. 10-5, those fouls in favor of Griswold has really allowed them to have chances at 1-and-1s. They've missed both front ends of their 1-and-1s.
We're tied up right now, KC, and these 1-and-1s are going to be huge if the trend kind of continues this way with how close of a game this is going to be. Free throws are going to be critical.
There's a good screen. Strain. Kick out. Russell. Good defense from the Bobcats, and we're going to get a bailout foul with 1.6 seconds remaining. They're going to call the foul on Holmes, and that'll put Russell at the line to shoot 2. The Bobcats had played well defensively there and kind of gave Russell a little bit of a bailout as he was just trying to get a shot off at the buzzer. Regardless of whether he makes these, both makes one, I think Griswold, Coach Molesky, is very disappointed with where they are, and I think Coach Cooper's probably very disappointed in their play of the first half, but has to be thrilled that somehow they're within a basket going into halftime. So I think both coaches are probably disappointed with their team and the team's efforts, but Bacon's got to take it, because there was a time where it looked like they were going to be non-competitive in this.
It feels like the latter half of this second quarter has just been in favor of Bacon because they have that momentum right now. But
all right, 2018, we're at halftime. Griswold with a 2-point lead. We got a lot of basketball left in this one and a lot of basketball left today. It's semifinals Saturday at the X. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more.
Tumbling and a basket to start off the routine.
Wow.
Wow, the height on that kick single. Partner stunts happening right now. But really fun transition out of it. Some standing tumbling right there, heading into jumps. A nice quad jump. Single base stunts right there in the middle of the cheer. Some switch ups into that stunt, and they really nailed those. Single downs from those partner stunts. Really fun use of the athletes on the mat that weren't tumbling right there, highlighting those who were tumbling. Some more running passes happening right now. What a pass to end that sequence. Heading into pyramid pieces.
Who runs the world? Girls. Song on right now.
Wow, look at that single base right underneath that middle group. Showcasing her strength, that was awesome. This song definitely makes me want to dance too.
I'm here with Gwen and Maddie. Girls, amazing job out there on the mat. Take me some of the emotions right now. How do you feel after a great performance on the mat?
The emotions are everywhere. It's just, I don't have words for it. It's everything built up for 3 months for today, so it's amazing.
It's certainly been a long 3 months in that process. Take me through some of the highs, the lows, and how you kind of pushed through.
Well, it was really difficult. We lost one of our tumblers midway through the season. We had to change some of the, we had to change some of the formations. Some of our stunts had to get changed. But We just have an amazing team. We love each other so much, and that's just what gets us through it.
Well, great job, Bacon Academy. You guys did great out there.
After the game, find us on social media at Game Day CT for our interview with the Foxwoods Player of the Game. And check out all the great entertainment coming this winter at Foxwoods. Go to foxwoods.com/entertainment. It's the Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all.
Here for Griswold. You can see the faces. You're supposed to plow through anything, right? Well, anyway, no, we're not going now.
They're very grateful that they got to restart there. Music mistakes definitely can throw you for a loop. Great tumbling right there from a lot of the members on the squad. And headed right into some stunts. If you can tell, they don't have backs on the back of them. That was some of that clean cheerleading I was talking about. And some great jumps there, really impressive with that height. And another sequence displaying a lot of creativity for that.
Visually, that was really cool, through the chute.
Showcases those tumblers, pretty fun. These visuals are really, really fantastic.
Similar, we saw Montville with great visuals. Griswold clearly doing their part as well.
And while their tumbling was going on, we had another single base partial pyramid in the back. Utilizing every second, some more jumps. Some more partner stunts with a fun entrance. Some twist downs at the end. Heading into part of their pyramid, which is a different style than what we've seen so far. Nice strong finish. And displaying that flexibility in the pyramid.
Wolverines!
Here I am with Griswold High School girls. Great job out there. And it was very loud, because if you look behind me, you have a whole section here of your family, friends, whoever in the town. How much do they mean to you and their support?
I mean, they mean everything. We have one team mom, and she's done everything for this team. She went out and got t-shirts for everybody in that section. And I mean, that section means everything to us.
How do you guys feel about your routine out there? A little slow start, but you guys picked it up and persevered. How do you feel?
Honestly, I think we did a pretty good job. We had some setbacks, but we went back and we killed it after that, so yeah.
Speaking of setbacks throughout the season, I'm sure you guys have had some setbacks, but tell me, how did you push through those setbacks to kind of get here in this moment?
We all worked together and we figured out the reason why we're even here in the first place, the love of the sport, and we pushed each other to the next level.
Awesome. Congratulations once again, guys.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
Well, it's snowing outside, the X, but the weather is bright and beautiful here inside, and Griswold a 2-point lead in game 2 of our Saturday semifinals here at Waterford High School. Casey O'Neill along with George Hathaway. And George, you know, like I said going in, I think both coaches were probably very disappointed in their teams, and yet Griswold goes in with a 2-point lead, and Bacon Academy has to be thrilled that it's still within a basket.
Yeah, there was one point, you know, late in the first quarter, early second quarter, where Griswold just went on a run and was up at least, I believe it was 11 they're up most by in this ball game. And then Bacon, they tied it up, and they should be looking at it that way. I think if you look at, take it as, you know, optimism, you know, have a little bit of that going into this ball game. Up against the #1 team, just only down 2 going into the third quarter. I think if you look at it that way, that they can still feel that we are in this game and it's ours to win.
Well, I think Coach Craig Cooper at Bacon Academy would give his team an F in decision making, an F in shot selection, but maybe a B in grittiness and determination, which is what kept them in it. On the other side of things, I think Coach Rob Molesky would say they get an A in shot selection, and they got probably an A in execution, but a D in grittiness because they let Bacon influence them, right? When you're Griswold and you're the #1 seed, for the first quarter, they influenced Bacon. They dictated how fast, how physical, all of it. And then they let Bacon dictate and make it ugly. And it was that in that ugliness that Bacon really emerged. So I think, you know, both teams are looking to fix that one thing. For Bacon, it's decisions and shot selection. And for Griswold, it's influencing the outcome instead of the other way around. Right off the rip, turnover by Bacon because of that solid defense from Griswold.
A low-scoring first half, too, 20-18. I mean, both teams defensively have been doing good, and then of course, the shot making.
There's Suvanants with the right hand, George.
Yes, we talked about it. You know, let's see him go with his weak hand, you know, because he is a lefty, and there it is. Guy who can do it all.
And that gives Griswold a 4-point lead. Now, Grimord pulls his dribble up, dumps down to Johnson. Good hands by Suvanants, and it's saved to a Merchant. And this is where Bacon let Griswold influence them into an 11-point lead in the first period. And you get that feel right now that Griswold is going to turn up their intensity and their defensive pressure. And use that guy right there. Suvanants puts it on the floor. We get tied up. Possession arrow should favor Griswold, and it does.
That's good defense, realizing the weak side help kind of coming through. You have Appleby coming down low to trap Suvanants a little bit, force a jump ball.
Yeah, Keegan Appleby is an outstanding, great soccer player, but he's an outstanding defender defensively, very tough. He gets the assignment on Russell, but that was great help defense. Merchant walks as he heads to the basket. Both teams a little sloppy in the early going here.
Very similar to the start of this game as well, as you just see both teams playing sloppy in the first quarter, the first few minutes, and now we're seeing it a little bit here. It's just going to have to come down to who's going to be the cleanest team moving forward, eliminating turnovers like one we just saw right now, and how can they stop playing sloppy? I think it's going to be the team who does it.
Good hands by Appleby, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay here with Griswold. You know, we talked a lot during the year about how there is just a, you know, ton of young freshmen and sophomore talent throughout the league. We watched Wheeler in game 1, littered with juniors. Well, Killingly has 3 or 4 seniors, and this Griswold team is the only team we've seen all year loaded with seniors. They are a senior-dominated team. The only guy we've seen get any real minutes that's not a senior is Kincaid Rubino. So you know, they are the opposite, and it's not a surprise that they're using that leadership as the #1 seed in the ECC Division II.
That's so important, especially, you know, in this conference, in this division. You're going to have your leaders step up because they're going to know what to do in certain situations.
Souvenance blocked. Merchant cleans it up, and he'll go to the line. So Evan Merchant and Jeff Souvenance, last time we saw them together, they were cheering on the Griswold cheerleaders at the ECC Cheerleading Championship, dancing in the crowd. And a little teamwork right there to send Merchant to the line. First one is good. Holmes checks in for Bacon. He'll replace Kusavabis.
We saw Bacon Academy get into foul trouble in the first half, and we saw them really just, with that foul trouble, then you have to go deep into your bench, and then that's when kind of things picked up for them, though, was when they went into their bench and they had their role players really step up and do a good job.
Down 5, though. They failed to get the rebound on the miss. And Souvenance cleans up. Basket is good, and the foul. Griswold starting off the second half like they started the first. A little run. The lead is now 7 with Souvenance at the line.
Souvenance just really muscling his way through. Just being able to keep that composure. One really solid dribble down and then just goes right up with it.
Third foul on Luke Ramord, so he'll take a seat, and Julian Rodiger will check it back in for the Bobcats. Souvenance knocks it down, and the lead, just like that, is up to 8. So coming out of at a halftime, Bacon Academy had the ball down 2, and now they're down 8. And Black has it stripped from behind. Merchant. Good hands from Johnson and Bacon Academy with the turnover. Holmes pulls up short, gets his own rebound. No good, but he draws the foul. That's some savvy right there. Jack Holmes will shoot 2.
That's how to follow your shot. You know, get it off the miss. It was short. Ball went into his favor, and then he just went right back up with it, going to the line now. Now, that's just really good basketball. And if you're Cooper, you know, for your Bacon Academy Bobcats, that's what you want to see from your guys. Those ones who are going to go out there, get that extra hustle, get that grit going, because that's what really put them in this game.
One more for Holmes. And no good, but Black cleans up, and he can't finish, and Bacon cannot afford so many missed opportunities, whether it's free throws or layups. Strain for 3. Good! Jacob Strain putting the strain on the Bobcats. The lead is 11. Excuse me. 11. Let me say it one more time. 11. It was 2. 9-0 run coming out of the half for Griswold. Black, leaner, no good, and when you need to get to the line, you lean your body in like that, Elijah Black will shoot 2.
That's just smart knowledge of the game of basketball right there. Drawing that contact himself and then able just to kind of pull back and let the ref do all the work and blow the whistle. Now it's just going to be coming down to free throws. You're going to have to make these.
And that's a miss from Eli Black. He'll have one more, but starting the second half, it's been a little bit sloppy, just like it was, and you keep digging yourself a hole. A team like Griswold, way too good to keep digging yourself holes, as the Bobcats are doing here to start the second half. Missed one again by Black. Tipped around, Strain. Ahead to Russell. Bounce past the Strain. Griswold running, and Coach Greg Cooper needs a timeout. The lead is up to 13, and the Wolverines are flying high. Timeout here on the floor. Griswold off and running. This timeout brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy
feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
We're back. I was telling dad jokes off the air. I won't repeat them on the air. 13-point Griswold lead here. And George, opening the half, we talked about, Bacon feeling fortunate to be within a bucket. Griswold starts the half 11-0.
Yeah, I mean, but Bacon had so many opportunities. Going to the free throw line several times. They had open looks underneath the basket, good shots, but nothing was just able to drop for them. It seems like there's a lid on the basket right now for Bacon Academy, but you cannot, like you mentioned, Casey, you cannot dig yourself a hole against the number 1 team in Griswold.
Now Griswold putting on pressure here, coming out of the timeout. And Merchant steps in, and that's the pass you can't make. That long cross-court pass is playing right into the hands of the press.
That's exactly what you don't want to do coming out of a timeout, is throwing some passes like that are going to put you in a tough position.
Johnson spins, floater in, and finally the lid comes off the basket. Troy Johnson knocks it down.
One basket is really all you need to start something going here, and you have to do it sooner rather than later.
Offensive foul on Evan Merchant. He lowered his shoulder. Coach Rob Mileski doesn't like it, and Evan Merchant doesn't understand it, but I think the point was putting the shoulder down. He can't do it. 3 minutes and 58 seconds, almost 4 minutes Bacon Academy went without a basket to start the second half. Now you got to go possession by possession. Appleby high off the glass, no good. The rebound comes down to Russell. Strong move by Lucas Strain. Gets to the basket. Griswold back on top, 13.
What was so amazing about that shot from Lucas Strain is that he went up with his left, transitioned the ball into his right hand, and then shot it, all while in midair and somebody all over him.
Grimord gets it stripped from behind. And Black playing strong defense on Merchant, but ultimately Strain has it back in his hands. Lucas Strain drives, kicks, Russell for three. Good! Christian Russell knocks down the triple. Biggest lead of the game for the Wolverines. It's 16. Russell with 14 for Griswold. Blocked in the other direction. And it's getting sloppy. Appleby. And a travel on Johnson. We're going to get some subs into the ball game for both Bacon and Griswold.
It's important right now to give your starters some rest, especially we know how this game turned out, especially in the first half. We saw Griswold go up big, and then Bacon was chipping at it to make it a 2-point game. So if that trend continues, you're going to need those starters to have some rest so they can play in the big minutes.
Turnover, Griswold. Of course, the winner of this one goes on to Mohegan Sun Tuesday night to face Killingley High School. Killingley with a win over Wheeler in our first game. Johnson pulls up from the foul line short. Tipped, and it will be Griswold basketball. So Tuesday night, the Division II finals will be the winner of this game and Killingley. And then, of course, stay tuned at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. We've got our 2 Division I semifinal games, Fitch, New London, and St. Bernard and Wyndham. Jump ball, possession arrow will favor Bacon Academy, and so turnover here. A chalk matchup today, 1, 2, 3, 4 on both sides, and that New London Fitch game and that that Wyndham St. Bernard's game should be exciting basketball here in Division I. Holmes, floater, no good. Strong rebound by Strain. Russell. And a good hustle by Michael Strain. Pump fake gets him to the line to shoot 2. We should remind everyone again that our games Tuesday night, the ECC is going to make every opportunity to play those 2 games Tuesday night at Mohegan Sun. Even if school is canceled in any of the 4 schools that are playing in those games, they are going to seek, if the weather is acceptable by game time, to get those games in. However, if we are not able to play Tuesday night at Mohegan Sun, we will just wait 24 hours and we will do it at Mohegan Sun on Wednesday night instead. So one way or the other, championships will be played at Mohegan Sun either Tuesday or Wednesday of this coming week.
A lot of great basketball at Mohegan Sun. No matter who's playing there, you always know that it's going to be a great crowd, great atmosphere, and then some great basketball.
Johnson crosses over and gives it to Appleby. Good defense from Tommy Matson with the steal. Dump down to Souvenance. Blocked by Johnson, and the second time is a charm as Souvenance will go to the line, and the foul will be on Johnson. And good effort. Senior versus freshman right there. 4 on Johnson.
We talked about the foul trouble and how that's going to play an impact on the rest of this game, because being down right now by 17, Bacon's going to have to play more aggressive if they want to come back into it. But then you play aggressive, then you run that risk of then getting into foul trouble.
So Griswold was the number 1 seed. I think everybody thought that they were the best team in the Division II tournament based on the regular season. They had beaten everybody in Division III and Division IV. Killingly, though they were the 3 seed, that was not an upset over Wheeler. And I think a lot of people felt that Killingly and their great players, including Yanni Baribeau and Griswold, would be kind of the matchup we'd want to see. So we're on pace for a 1 versus 3 Griswold versus Killingly matchup. And then Division I, no matter what the games are, those 4 teams are all super exciting. You're talking about the number 1 seed, New London and Fitch, who are ranked 4th and 5th in Division III in the state, and the defending state champions in Wyndham. So, I mean, they're all loaded here in Division I. 18-point lead here for Griswold as we head under a minute remaining in the period. Rodiger kicks it back to Appleby. Steele, Griswold running, up ahead, Rubino ahead of the pack. And the biggest lead of the game, hard to believe this was 2 at halftime, it's 20.
I really just want to know what Rob Molesky said during halftime to wake this team up and go on a huge run that they are.
Dump down, and Theo Koutsafavas finishes around the basket. Three for Strain at the buzzer. No good, and we're at the end of 3. It's an 18-point lead for Griswold. 4th quarter action coming up. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
After the game, find us on social media at GameDayCT for our interview with the Foxwoods Player of the Game. And check out all the great entertainment coming this winter at Foxwoods. Go to foxwoods.com/entertainment. It's the Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all. All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Contact us today. Visit us at waterforddentalhealth.com for more information.
One period of basketball remaining here in Game 2 of semifinals Saturday. The Division II ECC tournament finals are almost in the books. The semifinal 1, Killingly over Wheeler. Semifinal 2 sees number 1 Griswold with an 18-point lead heading into the 4th period. And those two teams, the winners, will head on to Mohegan Sun. And it's been pretty much as advertised. That 3rd quarter was indicative of the Griswold team I think we expected to see throughout today.
It really was. This is a team that will outrun you, outplay you defensively. They'll swarm you, and we've seen all of that in the 3rd quarter. They held Bacon Academy to 4 points in 8 minutes. I mean, they almost went half of the quarter without even scoring a basket. So I think if what we're seeing from Griswold right now is their best basketball that they're going to play. And they're going to have to replicate this on Tuesday.
Officials figuring something out here. Again, I think it was not checking into the game, so we're going to get Rubino and Matson back into the ball game. They hadn't checked in officially to start the 4th period, so Souvenance and Russell and Merchant will all have to take a seat momentarily, and then they'll check back into the ballgame. Strain, drives, hangs, no good, rebound Holmes. Kutsavavis picks his dribble up, back to Grimoire.
A lot of space on that left side for Bacon Academy. Someone should cut to the basket.
Rodiger picks his dribble up and back up top to Grimoire. High post, Holmes pulls up at the foul line and knocks it down.
Jack Holmes.
Strain gets a screen from his brother, steps back, 3, no good. Rebound, Holmes loses it, and out of the pack, Bacon Academy will come out. Grimoire will run, and he's out of control and loses the basketball, going the other way to Jacob Strain. Jacob Strain draws the block on Keegan Appleby with a little fancy footwork that way, zigging and zagging, and he'll shoot 2.
Those last few possessions for both teams just way all over the place. Just need to find that composure, settle in a little bit here. I mean, it's the 4th quarter. We would have expected to see some of that sloppiness going away, but it feels like it's just still there as it was in that 1st quarter.
And we're going to have a break in between games 2 and 3. So game 3, New London and Fitch, set to tip at 4 p.m. So after this one is over, we of course will have interviews with the head coach and the player of the game, and then we'll be heading off the air and coming back for a 4 o'clock tip between New London and Fitch, followed by St. Bernard's and Wyndham in the nightcap at 6 o'clock. Strain knocks that one down. The lead is back to 18.
This defense for Griswold still swarming. I mean, they're still very active with their hands, moving their feet, and they're up in your face. And that's the type of defense that really wins games and possibly could go on to win a championship, is just those teams that are all up in your business and will not let you breathe for any seconds.
Griswold Killingly, if that is in fact the final, should be a fun and physical game. Michael Strain, the defensive stopper for Griswold, chased Yanni Barabo around like a dog chasing a chew toy in their previous matchup. You know the great scene in Hoosiers?
Yes.
I want to know what bubble chewing gum he's in. It was Dentine, coach. That's what Michael Strain was doing to Barabo. So you know Barabo is going to want a little bit of playback for that one. Christian Russell knocks down that jumper there. He'll go to the line and shoot the extra lead back to 20 for Griswold. So I think with 6 minutes remaining in a 20-point lead, we can start talking a little bit about that Division II look. And yeah, so Griswold really dominated Killingly during the season, and much to many people's surprise, Barabo, who is, a leader for Player of the Year in the conference, was held to one of his lowest totals on the year, due in part to Strain's great defense on him. So, rebound, put back. Theo Koutsavadis is the Greek god of rebounds and putbacks as he goes up strong and gets 2 for the Bobcats, get it back down under 20. I will be very curious. A kid like Barabo, who is so proud. Oh, beautiful move by Suvanant. Who is so proud is going to want, to reassert himself in that one. So that one should be a lot of fun. The best player against the best team, that could be one of the themes of that game, if in fact it is Griswold and Killingly.
A lot of great storylines kind of coming from this matchup on Tuesday between Griswold and Killingly, but I think if it holds as to the next 5 minutes, but Killingly's going to be out there looking for some revenge, and I think Yanni's going to go out there and prove himself that he is the best player and that he can take down the top dog.
You got Dreibholz, senior, Barabo, senior, both very proud seniors, and I think Kazinskis' play as he down the stretch has improved greatly, and I like some of the time that we saw from other players on Killingly today. And this Griswold team, so well coached and so good. That's another storyline. 2 of the great coaches, as Appleby launches a 3, 2 of the great coaches in Rob Molesky and Jimmy Crabtree, and 2 of the guys at the end of the day, for all our talk of youth, it's 2 senior-laden teams that end up there.
I'm able to speak to Coach Crabtree after their win against Wheeler just in Game 1, that he said no matter who we play, it's going to be a great fight. I asked him about Griswold and how they lost to them, in the regular season, if they're, looking for any matchups or anything like that. But he's saying that if they were to play anybody, it would still be a great game.
Jacob Strain finishes at the basket. The lead's up to 22, and we have a timeout on the floor, so we'll take a timeout. Brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
4.5 minutes remaining in this one. All Griswold in the second half. They've got a 22-point lead. So again, previewing a little bit of what looks to be Tuesday night's Division II final, Griswold and Killingly. In the first matchup of the year, we got what everyone expected, a 61-60 tight game where Griswold came out on top at Griswold. So everyone was looking, when it went to Killingly, for that great rematch, and Griswold just went out and put it to him at 52-41 at Killingly, and that's the game where Griswold jumped out to a big lead early and really shut down Barabo. So, it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a year. We'll have a chance to see how much Griswold, has learned with their 2 victories and how much Killingly wants to try to do differently in Game 3. Either way, we're looking for a fabulous game between those 2 teams, who, without question, have been the 2 best teams in the Division II tournament throughout the course of the year.
Oh, 100%. I agree there. And you look at this game, it's going to be on a neutral site too. How is that going to play a little bit of a factor? Because we saw Griswold beating Killingly at home and then on the road. So what can they do at a neutral site? And that's what Coach Crabtree was talking about to me, is that being in a neutral site, it's going to be different. And we've been talking about it for weeks now, how playing at Mohegan Sun, the depth is going to be different. How are those different little things going to take into some factors here, but it's still going to be a great game nonetheless.
Black loses it, has his head to the basket, but a foul is called. I mean, to be clear, with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this game, Bacon Academy has 26 points. That is 60% the Griswold defensive effort.
Oh, yeah.
It's 30% the Bacon Academy execution and shot choices, and then 10% of a little bit of bad luck. I mean, the balls bounce certain ways, but, you know, give Griswold credit. 27 points holding a team this, you know, down to this one is a credit to tenacious defense. The first half they did it through pressure. The second half they did it just through hard man-to-man defense.
And it's scary defense too, because they don't let you breathe at all offensively. Oh, and I think that just goes to show that's great coaching there from Rob Molesky. It's a very physical defense and a very active one as well. So, and you can't make any mistakes against Griswold in their defense, because if you do, they're going to capitalize it, and that's what we've been seeing all game long.
Johnson loses it off the foot, though, so it'll stay with Bacon. And, you know, Baribeau poses a dilemma for any team, because he's such a good and talented player, and he's been averaging like 20 and 20 down the stretch. I mean, it's been remarkable. I think while it's easy to say it's going to be the role players and how they play, I think that's the easy thing to say, right? It's going to be Drypolz and it's going to be Kazantzis. I'm going to disagree, and I know we don't want to put added pressure on any one kid, but it's Yanni.
It is.
When you're the great player, and this kid, we have seen him since he was a freshman, has worked every day and not shied away from being the great player. And he is. He's become the great player. When you're the great player, as Black knocks down a three, when you're the great player, with that comes great responsibility. Yanni has to put forth an effort. It doesn't mean he has to score 25 and 15,
right,
but he has to be the guy that gets other people involved if they're going to take him away. He has to be the guy that makes, the shots and plays defense and blocks shots, all the other things he does so well. But if you're going to be the guy, you got to be the guy.
Sounded like Uncle Ben there. With great power comes great responsibility.
I appreciate you understanding the reference, absolutely.
And
that is Black's first basket of the second half, I believe. We got a timeout on the floor, full timeout, so we'll take a timeout. This one's brought to you by the Burns Agency.
You buy better. Better than Burns. Much better. So much better than Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better than Burns. You buy better than Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency can feel it, and we know you feel it too. Fall is here. Crisp air, falling leaves, pumpkin everything, and football. So much football. With a new season upon us, it's a great opportunity to take a quick time out and make sure your insurance program is in order. The Burns Agency is here to help you play by play. Strong coverage, dependable service, and touchdown savings. Give us a call or visit us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
20-point lead. It was interesting because the second half we talked about how really it was a testament to the defense that Griswold played. Well, the Strain brothers, Jacob and Michael, have been harassing Elijah Black the entire second half. Eli Black, it's been their job to be into his grill, and he hadn't scored a basket. Coach Molesky called that off, and then the first possession down, Black hits a three. But it really does go to show you that, like I said, 60% of it was the Griswold defense. It might be 75% that was the Griswold defense, because it really showed you how good the Strains are at taking guys away, and that's what happened when they played Killingly. They tried to take away Baribeau. Back to the point about the great players being great. The X over the years with the ECC semifinals and at other points their finals were here as well, have seen the emergence of the great player. Going back to Woodstock, I go back to Woodstock Academy, and Lowry leading them to a championship where he was the best player on the floor in every game, and it really showed people around the state, like, wow, he's that good. We've seen Dev Ostrowski, Mikey Bassetto, Liam Spellman all take turns stepping through. J.J. Brennan, for we've seen New London, and last year, the East Lyme team that didn't have the great player, that's kind of an anomaly over the course of time. Throughout the course of time, the ECC tournament has been won by the great player showing and stepping up, and that's a lot of pressure. So, is it going to be Griswold, the consummate team? Is it going to be Killingly, the great player? That's why we tip it off Tuesday night, and that should make it a lot of fun.
That's like writing poetry right there, Casey. It sounds beautiful because you have two different sides of basketball. You have a team that strictly wins off of forcing guys to make mistakes, strong defense, and able to execute on that. And then you have another team in Killingly who's surrounded by the guy, and then you have the role players around him that are going to step up as well. So I think that's just what the ECC tournament is all about, no matter what division it is.
Going to get a chance to see some of the Bacon Academy bench players coming in. Kevin Claffey is going to be checking into the ball game along with Evan St. Louis and Jack Boudreau. Going to get some time here for the Bobcats with 2:04 remaining. Holmes and Rodiger will check back into the ball game as well. And I think Griswold is going to do the same. We're going to get the best name in the ECC, Carmelo Curtis. And the reason he got the best name is because he's a Curtis, and his dad, Zeke, one of the great shooters of all time. Also checking into the ball game will be Ryan Tate and Caden Kozlowskis, also into the game. So mass substitutions for both teams. Russell with 16 and Suvanets 13, the leading scorers for Griswold. Final thoughts on the great player, great team, and the great players. It's easy when you're a point guard sometimes. We saw Mikey Bassetto. Teams tried everything. They tried jumping him and double teaming him at half court, and he made every right decision. We saw teams trying to go box and one against, J.J. Brennan, and Liam Spellman stepped up and made every right decision. It's remarkable. The great players find ways to do great things.
They sure do, and I see that with this Killingly team. You do a box and one on Yanni, well, Johnny Kazantzis is going to step up, or it's going to be Thomas Drables, or somebody like that who's going to have a big game and implement their name into ECC tournament history.
Steal by Curtis and Aiden Cutter. That's a fine pass. Keeping the fans involved late in the game, always important.
Got to make sure everybody's awake.
I think that might have been maybe a relative. Just wake up, Uncle Frank. Boudreau drives, floaters. Jack Boudreau knocking down two, former point guard on my 4th, 5th, and 6th grade All-Star teams.
What is it like playing for Coach Casey?
I get a little out of control sometimes. But I'm very supportive, very supportive. Eric Prate's going to check into the ball game for Bacon Academy, and he'll replace Jack Holmes. No. My son did. My son knew. But I tried not to be sarcastic. I tried to be supportive, and that didn't always work. Good hands by Prates just into the ball game, and Rodiger hounds Curtis. We're down to 45 seconds remaining in the game. Three in and out, rebound, Boudreau. He loses it on the floor to Curtis. Curtis, nice pass. Good look, up ahead to Josh Turner for the basket. The sophomores of Griswold doing a little bit of future look. Rodiger drives, and no foul. Up ahead now, running the floor, the Wolverines. Turner finishes at the basket. Rodiger, straightaway three. Got it! Julian Rodiger at a three at the buzzer, and Griswold with a resounding 21-point win has punched their ticket to the Mohegan Sun. It's the game we wanted to see, the game we thought we'd see, and it's the game we're gonna see. Griswold and Killingly Tuesday night. Congratulations to Rob Molesky and the Wolverines with a fabulous effort here in the in the semifinal. Russell with 16, Souvenance 13, and Bacon Academy will now turn its sights on the state tournament. We're going to keep it here and talk to Coach Rob Molesky as well as our Foxwoods player of the game. But in the meantime, George, your thoughts on what you saw in the second half from Griswold?
I thought the second half was a complete 180 of what we saw in the first half, where Bacon Academy came back within 2. There was hope. You know, you can see the silver lining for Bacon Academy. Can they make this a very fun game? And then now, in that second half, Coach Molesky must have said something because it woke them up. They were tough. They were physical. They were right there in your face. They made sure the ball was not getting where it needed to be and that they were being a disturbance defensively, but then just turning that defense into offense. Because they say good defense leads to good offense, and that's exactly what we saw from Griswold, is that they had good luck. They had good looks. They had good shots that were falling for them as well, but that was all because of their defense.
So we're going to have Coach Rob Molesky as well as Christian Russell, who is our player of the game. So we're going to bring in Christian Russell, our Foxwoods player of the game. First of all, congratulations on a trip to Mohegan Sun and a championship opportunity here at Griswold. 16 points leads the way. You guys are a really balanced team. I want to ask, what did Coach say at halftime? Because you guys got out to a great start in the second half.
Well, we knew we had to do to stop their 2 players, and he knows we have our 8 guys that anybody can score. It can be anybody's night.
Unlike a lot of teams, we're seeing so many freshmen and sophomores. The league is littered with young talent. You guys are a senior-laden team. What does it mean for you to be a part of this group that's played together so long, and what does it mean having all these seniors on the same team?
We've played with them. We've all played together since elementary school, so we really understand each other's game, and we have great chemistry.
So, Christian, I got to ask you, is that there's a saying, defense wins championships. You guys are now 1 win away from winning the Division II ECC championship. So talk to me, how has your defense played an important role this season into now bringing you 1 win away from a championship? Yeah, so, defense wins championships, right, like they always say. And now, how has your defense really helped you out this season to now you're 1 win away from a Division II ECC championship?
Well, we find their best players. We stop those guys like we did tonight. We held Luke and Elijah to not too many points tonight, and just makes offense a lot easier.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to bring in Coach Rob Molesky as well. Christian Russell is our Foxwoods player of the game. Good luck on Tuesday night. Thank you very much for a moment of your time. You can grab Coach and get him in here as well.
How's it going? George Hathaway. George Hathaway.
What's up, Coach? Have a seat. So, I'm going to ask you right off the rip, you came out in the first quarter exerting your influence and kind of let them get back into it. You came out in the second half, and clearly there was a message delivered at halftime. What did you want you guys to focus on coming out of halftime?
Hold on 1 second. Mary! Mary! Don't leave. It's my ride.
That's okay.
Defense. Tom Izzo says defense travels. And I got guys that can do it. They're long, and they can run forever because of the whole cross-country thing, and they're very competitive.
Well, Tuesday night, you're going to have a chance to play against not only a great team, but, you know, a premier player in the league and someone who you guys have had some success against because of those defensive, we'll say you put the strain on Baribeau. But what does it change when you play a great player like him on Tuesday night?
Well, Yanni's, like Jimbo even said, he comes along once every 10 years, a kid that is that physical, 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. And not one guy can't do it. You know, even though my guys are tough and that type of thing, he's got to be doubled and can't lose them, and got to keep him off the glass. And it's a monumental challenge. We've had a little success, you know, and I know we can go for 40 that easy. So we'll see. You know, it's the other guys too. You know, Kazantis can shoot it, and Drebolt is a load. Mills is playing point for them now. That makes them a little more athletic. So it should be fun.
Last question for me, Coach, and I'll let George get one in. I was saying to Chris, you know, this league seems to be littered with freshmen and sophomores. You guys come in with a bunch of seniors. You know, what's the veteran leadership mean to this team?
And I stress that a little bit. You know, when these guys are sophomores, there was no juniors on the team. There was only one senior. I had a big kid, Tyler Green. So these guys have been playing for 3 years. You know, with the COVID, they only played 11 games. But still, we haven't really been here, though. You know, seniors or not, we haven't been on this stage. We've been close, but they haven't been on it. You know, when my sons played, we're close. So even though they're seniors, there's still that we haven't been here yet. But, you know, our bread and butter or our success is we got to play fast and ugly. You know, we got to. I got plays. I might as well just rip them in half because they don't want anything to do with it. They just want to go. It's almost like roll it out and let them go. That's how, you know, that's how we're most successful, is when we're wide open. So we'll see. To beat them 3 times would be a major accomplishment.
Absolutely.
To be our 20th win and to beat them 3 times, I'll take that.
Coach, my question for you is, at halftime, you guys had a 2-point lead. Bacon came back a little bit in that first half, but then what did you tell you guys? Because we got from Christian's perspective, from a player's perspective, but from a coach, what did you tell your guys, and what did you see that you had to change?
Our formula all year has been kind of get a lead, and then I enter Kincaid Rubino, like the third guy. So, and then I go like 3 in, 3 out, and just kind of wear teams down. And Kincaid, he's about that tall, but he can guard anybody. He's just so physical and tough and competitive. So it's defense and wear teams down. I don't even look at what we're scoring. It's just wear teams down. I see the other team out there half the time, they're like, yeah. And I'm just getting fresh bodies. So that's been our formula, and I'm not going to change it.
Well, big stage Tuesday night. Chance for 20 wins, a chance for an ECC Division II championship, a chance to take on a great player on a great arena.
Yeah.
All in the future for Griswold High School. So good luck, Coach. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
I appreciate what you guys do. This is really good for
Thank you so much,
everybody.
Coach.
I appreciate it.
Killingly and Griswold Tuesday night at the Sun, and we'll be there. We got 2 more semifinals to go. Division I semifinals. Fitch in New London tipping off at 4 o'clock. We'll have all the action. Come on back. You've been watching Game Day live on theday.com.